Hey guys, this is Lindsay from the Explorers, and I'm going to show you today how to make your sun catcher for the Camp in a Box. So this is the Camp in a Box project that's going to come to the 7th through 12th graders. And when you get it out of your box, it's going to look like this. This is the bag of all the sun catcher materials. And this is the finished product. So the sun catcher is great. You can hang it up on any window and let the sun come in. And it's just a really great, positive way to spice up any room in your house with a window. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to make it. So first, you're going to open up your bag and lay out all your materials. So you should see a long string of foily tape. There should be 2 of these blue, they look blue now, but I'll show you in a second, they're not blue. These blue squares. And then you're going to have a little piece of twine and then a little message. Everyone's message is going to be different. Mine says, look on the bright side, but my one for this one said, a ray of sunshine. And I'm excited to see what messages you guys all have. The last thing you guys are gonna have is a dried flower. Again, you're gonna have different flowers. So for this one I had 2 yellow flowers and a red flower. For this one I have this really pretty white flower. And then you're gonna have a little suction with a hook so you can suction it onto a window. And then just more tape. Alrighty, so first thing we're gonna do is take off these blue stickers on this clear plastic. So you're gonna grab the corner of the plastic and just peel it off. And it's still gonna look a little blue. But there's plastic on the other side as well. Voila, it's clear. So we're gonna do that for the other piece as well. Now you guys just have these 2 clear plastic squares. And this is going to be essentially our frame for our sun catcher. So next we're going to cut our foil pieces. So it looks like tin foil, kind of. It's just like a reflective foil, but we're gonna actually cut it. So this is gonna be the border of our frame, and it's going to be what holds our 2 pieces of clear plastic together. So I'm gonna actually measure out the width of the square first, and then I'm just gonna pre-cut all of my pieces. So you're gonna need 4 different sides. You don't have to be exact on this. It's actually gonna look cool if you guys kind of overlap them a little bit. So I'm just gonna roughly measure the width of the square, just like this, and cut it to 4 different pieces. And then I'm going to set those aside for now. So similar to my finished sun catcher, what you guys are going to want to do is lay out where you want your flowers to go and your message. So first I'm going to lay out that I want my flower sort of in the middle, I think, of my sun catcher. But again, this will depend on how many flowers you have, what kind of flowers you want. Really just get creative with this. You can put them wherever you want. And then I'm gonna cut down my message. So like I said, my message says, look on the bright side. And it's cut pretty nice, but I'm gonna make it a little bit more creative, and I'm gonna cut a fun border on this one. So you guys can get creative with this as well. I don't really have fun scissors, but if you have any fun craft scissors, you guys can do a cool border. I'm gonna do a jagged edge on this, I think, just so it's kind of a little bit more fun. But you guys can really cut this however you want. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay out where I want my flower and my message to be. So like I said on this one, I laid them out. So I had 3 different flowers, and then I had my message, but it's gonna be different for every single Camp in a Box, which is why this is such a fun project. You guys are gonna make all different unique sun catchers. So I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with. So I'm gonna lay this one out like this, and as you see, the flower is kind of sticking up, and you may think to yourself, how are we gonna stick this flower down? I was also thinking the same thing when I started making this project. But you have another piece of your plastic. So you're actually gonna lay this on top, sort of like if you've ever pressed dried flowers before in between a book or 2 pieces of paper or glass or anything like that, you're gonna actually press it down. So now your paper and your flowers are gonna be secure within these two pieces of your plastic. So to actually secure this and fasten this down, you guys are gonna use your foil tape and go around each edge. So now comes the fun part. You're gonna have to peel the backing off of each individual piece of foil. So the foil tape's a little tricky. It has like a paper back. So to get the corner, I just kind of like go at the corner piece, and you have to get the paper piece away from the foil piece. Just be patient with this. It's a really fun relaxation project. So you really have to be patient with the tape. This one came off really easily. Just like that. So I'm gonna tape on my first side. I think I'm gonna do the bottom side first. So what you wanna do is lay out the tape so that the top half of the tape sticks to the front side of your sun catcher. So like the top piece of plastic, you're gonna stick the first half of the foil tape on. So I'm gonna measure it so it's sort of like half on it, half off of it, and like kind of hanging over the bottom, which is great because then you're gonna press it down so half the tape is on the front side of the sun catcher. And then what you can do is wrap the foil tape around the bottom. So now your sun catcher is secure. So now there should be no gap between the first and the second piece on the bottom. Of course, we're gonna have to do this for every single side. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape, just like we did before, each side together. And then for the final side, you're gonna do the exact same thing you did on the first three sides. Except this side, we're gonna add a little bit more tape because we're also gonna add our hanging piece. Okay, so I'm sticking my final piece of tape on the top side, and I'm gonna fold it down just like I did with all the other sides, so it sticks the top piece to the back piece. So the front and the back are sealed. So now your two pieces of plastic are sealed with your flower inside and your message inside. Now, if you want, you guys, before you seal it all, you guys can add anything else into this if you want. So if you want to add another message, if you want to write on these pieces of clear plastic, you guys can do that as well. Really get creative with this. Just be sure to leave some room so that the sun can go through your clear sun catcher. Alrighty, so the final step is to attach your suction with a hook onto your sun catcher so that you can hang it on your window and that the sun can go right through it. So you have these two smaller pieces of foil tape, and you're going to, just like we did before for all four sides, you're going to take the paper backing off of your foil tape. Okay, now that I've removed the sticky sides from both of my smaller pieces of foil tape, I'm going to position the twine string where I want it so that my hook can go right on it and I can hang it on a window. So I want mine to hang from the top part of the sun catcher, but I'm actually going to fasten it, so I'm going to tape it to the back side of my sun catcher, so that way you won't see the twine string sort of sticking out in the back, but I'm going to do it so that the foil tape covers where my twine is fastened anyways, so you won't really see it attached. So there's a couple ways you guys can go about doing it. I think that the easiest way to do this is to sort of line up the twine with the back of the sun catcher where you want it to stick to. So I'm going to sort of lay it flat so that the end of my twine is pressed right up against the back part of my sun catcher. So I'm going to press down like that. I'm going to take my sticky tape and I'm going to tape right over the twine. And just like we did before, we're going to leave a little bit of tape so that we can fold it over onto the other side, onto the front side. So as you can see, I taped to the back side, and you guys can see that you don't see it taped to the front side. Alrighty, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of the twine. So now that your twine is stuck to your sun catcher, it's like a hook, and you guys can take the suction cup hook and just hang it like that. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys had had a great time making your personalized sun catcher. I hope you guys show me what they look like. I'm really excited because I think they're all gonna look a little bit different, and that's what makes them special. I hope you have a great day filled with lots of sunshine.